What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Mopods. I'm Mo. And it has been a minute. Um, I feel like, no, I definitely know. I've said that literally before every episode, besides the first one, of course. But in my defense, it has been a minute every single time. Um, and here's the thing, it's not even that like it's taken me this long to read this book. I finished it probably a month ago. Actually, no, it's probably been longer than that. Yeah, definitely been longer than that. It's been at least a month, but I'm certain it's been longer. And I just did not sit down to make this video. And which was stupid of me. I have terrible memory, especially when it comes to books. Um like I guess more like the small details than like the big picture. Um Especially books that I did not necessarily love. And that was this one was one of them. So without further ado, the book we're doing today, Assassins Anonymous by Rob Hart. um I decided to read this book because I believe it was like, you know how Barnes and Noble sends out those emails. I think it was like a book club email. They were like, this is what we're reading in the book club this month. I'm pretty sure it was that, but I definitely saw it on their email, and I read the premise and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. Um, and I still do think it's interesting. It's just, the execution was not the best, in my opinion. Um, but also I like the cover. It was cool. I like that. So anyways, for this, before I read the summary, I did give it a 3 out of 5 stars. You know what? I don't think I've ever actually told y'all how I rank my books. So let me, because I know people are different in that aspect. So um my ranking personally, so 5 stars is if I love the book. There was nothing I wanted to change unless it was like a small little detail, but nothing big. Um, that's 5 stars. I honestly don't think I give 5 stars out that often, if I'm being honest. 4 stars is if I liked it mostly, but there was like 1 or 2 things I wanted to change. That I do give out a lot. 3 star, because like I feel like I'm not that overly critical with these books. Even if I say I fucking hated them, I'm still not gonna give it a 1 star. Like, I don't know. So 3 stars is if pretty much half and half I liked just as much as I didn't like, and which was this one. 2 stars if I liked more, I disliked more than I liked. And then 1 star is if I pretty much hated the entire thing. Um, I don't give out a lot of 1 stars because I feel like if I don't like a book that much, I usually just DNF it. And I personally don't rank books that I DNF. And I'm not saying y'all can't do that. Like, don't get me wrong. It's fully personal preference. I just don't like doing that because I feel like if I'm not gonna read it all the way through, I don't want to rank it because like it might have gotten better for the parts that I didn't read, you know? So yeah, I feel like I don't want to rank those, so I just don't. So I don't give a lot of 1 stars out. Most of the time it's 3 or 4. That's usually where I stay a lot of the times. So yeah, that's what we're starting with. 3. I disliked some of this, I liked some of this, and I'll talk about why. Honestly, I don't have that much to say about this, if I'm being completely honest. Just because of the way this book was written. And you could tell it was written by a man. Now, I'm not trying to say that in like a negative way. Like, absolutely, if you're a man, go ahead and write your books. But it's just, there's a difference between how women write and how men write. And it was very evident in this book. And I just feel like I'm not very used to reading books written by men. I'm used to reading them written by women. And it's not even like a thing that I actively seek out. Like, I don't just go around, yeah, this is by a woman. I just like tend to like those books, so that's what I gravitate towards. So anyways, yeah, let's read the summary. Also, sorry about my voice if you can hear it. I am sick right now, so yeah. Let's do this. That's not part of the summary. Oh, I didn't say how many pages this was. Because I don't remember. Wait, no. Oh, there is a second book to this, by the way. I don't know if there's another one. I'm not reading the second one. But I saw it in the back. It's called, The Medusa Protocol. I believe it's about Astrid, which is one of the characters in this book. Which, like, Mark is obviously in it too. But anyways, this is 308 pages. It's not, like, that difficult to get through or anything. It did take me forever to read this just because there was, like, I honestly almost DNF'd it. And I'll tell y'all that in a minute. So, summary. Mark was the most dangerous killer for hire in the world, but after learning the hard way that his life's work made him more monster than man, he left all of that behind and joined a 12-step group for reformed killers. So, by the way, spoilers are ahead. This is your warning. This is not a spoil-free video. So, yeah, so basically what this is, Assassins Anonymous, now, I don't know much about Alcoholics Anonymous, or Alcohol Anonymous, is there an S on alcohol? You know, I don't know much about it, so I don't know, like, their program, but according to this author, they took that program and transformed it into Assassins Anonymous, so instead of alcoholics, it's assassins, and they go through, like, a 12-step program to not kill anyone. So that's the whole thing. They have this group. Mark is the main character, obviously, and he goes to this group. He's been there for almost a year now. And he used to be assassin. He does not want to be anymore. Yeah. And then when Mark is viciously attacked by an unknown assailant, he is forced on the run. From New York to Singapore to London, he chases after clues while dodging attacks and trying to solve the puzzle of who's after him, all without killing anyone or getting himself killed. For an assassin, Mark learns nonviolence is a real hassle. So yeah, to be honest, yeah, he runs a lot and it feels like it's unnecessary a lot. So that was the summary. Here's the thing. When I say I liked half of this book and I disliked half of it, I quite literally mean right down the middle. The first half of this book I didn't like. The second half I did. So, I just thought the first half of the book was boring, personally. Now, the first half of the book was more of, like, his backstory of sorts. How he became an assassin, like, why he decided to quit being one, all of that. And, like, yes, that was interesting, but at the same time, a lot of the first half of the book was just him running around trying to get, like, information about who's trying to kill him and shit. And he quite literally does not get any fucking information that entire time. He's just running around, basically, with Astrid. And Astrid is, you know how, like, assassins go when they're injured, they go to this person to patch them up type thing on the down low. That's who she is. And he goes to her to get patched up after this Russian man, I quite literally don't remember if they even said his name. I don't remember this man's name. He really was not that much in this book, if I'm being honest. So they try to, or he goes to her to get patched up, and then they basically go on the run together. And you know what, let's just like, I don't actually remember the other people's names. Kenji is the, or no, there's two people I don't remember. I'm so sorry to them. Kenji is like Mark's like mentor in this group. Uh he's been there the longest. And they also met in their past. That's how he knows him. Uh and then there's Stuart, which I fucking hated this so very much. This is one of the reasons I almost DNF'd it, and I'll tell you in a minute. Stuart is part of this group, and then there's two other people, and I'm so sorry to them. I forgot their name because they weren't Booker. Yep, okay. I was like, let me try to change. Booker was one of them. He was in this group, and there's one other, Valencia. Yeah, Valencia. So those are the people in this group, and they essentially just like talk it out about their killings and whatnot. So let's start, you know what, yeah, let's start with like the reasons I disliked this, and I kind of just want to like list these first off the top of my head, because I kind of like forgot what I was even, yeah. So one, Stuart. They started this book off. I don't know why this author thought this was a good idea, and maybe I'm just like looking too much into this. I just don't fuck with it. They made Stuart be just like straight up a serial killer of women. He wasn't an assassin. No, he just fucking killed women. So I almost DNF'd it right there because I was like, what the fuck is this? That's stupid as fuck. I don't like that. It does turn out that he's not. He does not do these things. But still, that was like, so it gave me the ick, and I really didn't want to finish it, but I was like, let me just look past this. Maybe he's not that much in this book. And he wasn't up until we got to the ending, basically, or I guess the second half. He showed up in the second half. Or probably not the second half, actually. I don't remember exactly when he showed up, but it was a big chunk that he just wasn't there. And then there was the past and present. So I'm not necessarily someone that loves reading, like, going from past and present the entire time. I'd rather, here's your past, here's your present. And this book is the reason I don't like that, because he goes back and forth, and it's like, sorry, I'm gonna keep cutting out on this if I have to cough. Anyways, so the past and present, the way he writes it pisses me off, because some of these times, because his chapters are very fucking long, and if you're not like sitting there just reading the same chapter all in one go, like if you're reading and then you decide, I'm gonna stop here for the night and read another day, and you come back to it, you might not know if we're in the past or the present, because some of these people were exactly the same in the past and the present. And sometimes it was just Mark, and you don't know what the fuck was going on. You didn't, like, I completely forgot if I was in the past or present. I had to go back to the beginning of the chapter where it said it, because the chapters do say like when it is, but like I don't want to keep doing that. So I don't think there was a very good distinction a lot of the times from the past and the present. Now, some of it was like, you could tell, obviously, being that these people, he obviously did in the past, because he's not killing someone anymore, you know? But yes, it's just, I didn't like that. And again, that's like personal preference. Everything's personal preference, so take that with what you will. Like, you don't have to go by me. If you like that, that's fine. Something else I didn't like, the forced romance in this. I don't fucking know why he put it in there. This book had nothing to do with romance. I don't understand why he decided, yeah, let's do that. And it wasn't even real romance, if I'm being honest. He was just like, Astrid is hot. Why the fuck? What? And that's when I say you can tell this was written by a man, because a woman's not fucking putting that. I don't know. I should say a woman, and like anyone that's gender non-conforming is not writing that. It's men that write that, and I hated it. I hated it. Like, sure, she might be hot, but there was literally no reason to put that in there. Like, and then he like randomly put that he was bisexual, which like, fuck yeah, bisexuals. I'm bisexual, but that also was unnecessary. I don't even know why we were talking about his sexual preferences. I don't know why we were talking about romance at all. He was on the run. Someone was trying to kill him, and there was nothing between him and Astrid that was like, yep, they're gonna get together. I don't even, it just like, I don't know, I laughed every time I saw shit like that, because I was like, this has nothing to do with this book. I don't understand why it's in there. It just was very unnecessary. So that was weird for me, and felt like it took up space in the book. So yeah, there was that. So the first half bored me. I wanted to DNF it so many times. I did not, obviously. We're here. I guess I could say I'm glad I didn't, because we got our plot twist. So basically, midway through this book, I couldn't tell you the page. I meant to mark when I was reading this, and I just didn't. Because I'm shit at this. I'm not gonna find it either. But basically, midway through, I'm thinking, is when the big plot twists start happening. And when I say twists with an S, I do mean it. There was like 5 different fucking plot twists all in concession. I don't understand why he waited till the second half of this book to do all of these at once. I feel like I would have liked it more personally if he would have taken all these plot twists, give us the backstory in the front here. Like, why is Mark in this program? Why he started killing, all of that. Give us that at the beginning. And then you start doing these plot twists. Like, basically a quarter of the way in, and then you can drag them out, put more information. You're thinking, oh, this person is the mastermind who's trying to kill Mark this entire time. And then, oh, kidding, another plot twist. Nope, it's this guy, actually. So we started with Kenji. Which, if I'm being completely honest, I was suspicious of Kenji the entire time, so my bad, dude. I also did not like his death. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid, personally. And so we started with him, and it was like, plot twist, Kenji is the guy that is talking to this Russian man that's trying to kill Mark. And we're like, okay, he's suspicious. And yes, I was suspicious of Kenji, but at the same time, I didn't really think it was gonna be him. And I was suspecting more of like their setting him up type shit, which like I guess they were. I don't even remember exactly how that transpired. I think they set him up. I don't know. It was a whole thing. And then Kenji turns up, and they're like, nope, not Kenji. Actually, he was kidnapped by your agency. Your old agency. I think he was kidnapped. I don't know. It was a whole thing. There was so much going on at once. It was kind of overwhelming. But that is what hooked me into the rest of this book, because I was gonna like DNF it, and they're like plot twist, so I was like, all right, fantastic, we can stay. So Kenji came along. He's like up in this agency. Mark is trying to save him because he doesn't believe Kenji did this, which, good on him. He's better than me. And then we get the next plot twist of Astrid. So Astrid, as it turns out, is also an assassin. She's this, from what I remember, she's like the second best, or I guess she is the first best now, since Mark is no longer an assassin. She was like right behind him in this aspect, and she's the person that the agency sends to kill people when they need someone dead, you know? And she's like trying to, I mean, she wasn't trying to kill him or anything. From what I could tell, she was trying to get, what the fuck was she doing? I don't really remember, actually. She was doing something. I think she was trying to get information or some shit. So then we're like, oh, is Ashta gonna kill him? Nope, she's not either. But she also does not give a shit about this man, apparently. And then we move on. He's like in this, he's trying to get out of this agency. His also, Ravi, was that his name? I think it was his name. The guy that was basically his handler when he was in the agency was trying to help him. It was a whole thing, going on way too much. At once, personally, yeah, that's why I thought it should have been spread out more, but again. So then our final plot twist, which is the actual reason, we get Stuart. So Stuart, we thought was dead. I thought it was sus that he just like died like that at the very beginning. I was happy because I thought he was just a serial killer. So I was like, hell yeah, kill that man. He basically like faked his own death or his own killing, murder, whatever. And then we find out he's the one that's like the mastermind behind all of this. And he wasn't even actually trying to kill Mark. What he was trying to do was get him to become an assassin again, essentially, because he runs this whole like dark web shit that's basically assassins for hire. And he's like, he thinks this program is stupid as fuck. And he's like, you're an assassin, you should be one. And he was trying to get him to come back into that field, you know? Which, I mean, go for it. That it was a weird way to do, but I mean, I guess if you just have to force him to kill someone, sure. But he also did say he didn't kill women, so that was, hell yeah, go Stuart, I guess. So anyways, yeah, we find out Stuart did this, blah blah blah. And then Kenji came to Mark's rescue, because at this point Stuart was gonna get Mark killed, because Mark was not like, Mark was like, nah, I'm not killing anyone anymore. And Stuart's like, well, I'll just kill you type shit. And Kenji came and was like, actually no, I'm gonna save him. And by saving him, this pissed me off so much. Kenji killed someone. Why? This whole book was off. Kenji's especially. You shouldn't be killing anyone. It's really bad. He was like the longest person that hasn't killed. It was this whole good shit. We shouldn't kill. And then Kenji comes and kills at the very end again. Like, and he dies like that. It's not even that like he kills someone and then I regret that. No. He killed someone and then, and I guess that's like in some way sweet because he killed someone to save Mark, but like, I thought it was a cop-out. If they were gonna make someone kill someone else, it should have been Mark. I don't give a fuck. It should have been Mark. Mark should have been the one to kill. I mean, he was the one that was being hunted. Why is Kenji the one? That's me. I didn't like that. So anyways, and then we get like the whole ending, and it was Astrid. Like, mind you, Astrid spent this entire time like, I'm cool with killing people still. And then by the end of it, she's like, actually, maybe I'm not. Maybe I want to change too. And I'm thinking that's what the second book's about. I didn't read the, like, the little snippet they have in here. Let's see. When Astra, known in her assassin days as Azrael, stopped showing up to Assassins Anonymous, the group assumed her past had caught up with her. Right. They don't, like, I don't remember if they show her going to the group, but I know she says she wants to. Only her sponsor, Mark, formerly the deadliest killer in the world, holds out hope that she's okay. Then during a meeting, the group gets a sign, or rather a pizza delivered. Is there another psychopath out there who actually likes olives on their pizza, or is Astra trying to send Mark a message? Meanwhile, Astra wakes up in the cell of a black site prison. On a remote island, a doctor subjects her to mysterious experiments, plumbing the depths of her memory and looking for a vital clue from her past. She'll do anything to escape except killing anyone. Turns out it's not easy to blow this joint without blowing anything or anyone up. I'm sure someone is gonna end up fucking killing. It's probably gonna be Mark ends up killing at this point. I don't know. I'm not reading that. I did not like this book enough to read the second one. Yeah, I feel like I talked more shit. I don't mean it as that. I did actually enjoy the second half. I just wish it was spread out more. I like Rob Hart, whoever you are. There's a picture of you somewhere. Rob Hart, you, sir. Spread your shit out more, please. Thank you. Anyways, so this one was shorter than my other ones because, like, again, I didn't have much to talk about in this because just not much happened. If I'm being honest. But yeah, so 3 out of 5 stars. If you want to read it, go ahead. I'm not gonna recommend or not recommend. Because, like, I can't. It's a 3. That's, like, my neutral. So, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And go about my day. Though, it's not gonna be a minute next episode because I already finished another book. I am almost finished with another book. I think I might put those together because they're the same series. So I may just, like, do those together because I also don't think I'm gonna have a lot to talk about in that book, those books, because it's just, let me just say it right now, it's a bunch of fucking sex. It's heated rivalry, by the way, and I know in a previous video I said I was not doing hockey romances anymore. I'll explain when we get to that episode, okay? So anyways, I will see y'all when I record that video. Yeah, see y'all next time. Bye, guys.